But remember what happened with music now. Like Despacito or whatever was the biggest song of all time. And before that, it was fucking Gangnam Style.
Recorded live from Studio 12A in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. You're listening to the Josh and Friends Podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to the Josh and Friends Podcast. I am your host. My name is Josh. And this week, the show welcomes Lee Olson. And we have a number of different topics to discuss, including ticket prices. Are they going up or are we just getting old? A new study finds that humans are hanging out together much less than they used to. We'll talk about the tipping culture in this country and whether that's getting out of control. And we'll discuss a list of artists that maybe should have stopped making music a long, long time ago. So join us for these topics and more. And help me welcome back to the program. He is my old pal, the one and only, Mr. Lee Olson. Lee Olson.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. It's a nice mellow Friday.
Yeah. I'm liking the shirt. I'm loving
Thanks,
the shirt.
Man. I mean, it says the best shirt, right? It's fucking awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. We're definitely as old as the Kingdome would have been.
Yeah, that's kind of depressing.
It is kind of cool, though. Like, I see more of this stuff kind of coming out, and it's so rad because, like, it's finally getting its due as only nostalgia can do. Like, the actual Kingdome fucking sucked.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, right?
Right.
But now that nobody who is alive has anything other than just good memories of it, it's fun.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, the pictures look cool a bit, but it was a dump inside.
I mean, well, sort of. But
so
the pictures look cool.
and...
The pictures look cool because they're so different from current. But like, if you look at them, they're terrible. It's an indoor stadium that's just as dreary and dark, and I don't know.
Oh no! I meant the pictures of the outside, not the
outside. Yeah, totally, yes. Pictures of the outside are really cool because there's nothing else like it. Like nothing has. I don't want to say this had character, but like, there's nothing else that looks like it anymore.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah, like the old Astrodome is gone, and I mean it's still there, but I like how they're trying to figure out what to do with that place. It's kind of like a national landmark, right? Because it was the first of its kind.
It rises above the landscape like a man-made mountain, the eighth wonder of the world, a place that has to be seen to be believed.
Fantasy becomes fact. An indoor stadium seating 47,000 for baseball, 54,000 for football.
For nearly 4 decades, it was a temple to every kind of spectacle.
The largest convention balloon drop in history.
But that was then. This is the Astrodome today. For the past 20 years, it's sat empty, stripped of its former glory. The so-called eighth wonder, now reduced to a storage locker.
How big a tourist attraction was this?
In the 5 years after it opened,
the clearest span of the stadium is 642 feet.
It was the third most popular tourist attraction in the United States.
That is weird when we hang on to shit just for nostalgia, though, because like, what the fuck else are you going to do with that thing?
Why do people visit Europe?
Well, right, but okay, so are we saving the fucking Astrodome for 600 years from now? Because that's when the Astrodome is finally going to be interesting enough that people just go and look at it and be like, can you believe people lived like this?
Didn't they call it like the eighth wonder of the world or something like that? Like, didn't they?
Yes.
I mean,
look,
it's
time cool.
It was very important. It was kind of a big deal back in the day.
It was, and I mean, it was innovative and it was cool, but it's like you have to have some use for it. Like, it's not like they just kept all the buildings in Europe around just because they're like in a century people are going to really dig this shit. They're like, no, the only shit that's still there is the stuff that they used.
Yeah.
Like when we were in Italy, like you pass these buildings that have like basically their equivalent of a 7-Eleven in it, and the thing has been there for 1,100 years. And you're like, oh, shit, okay. It just has been in constant use. So, like, if they find a use for it, great, hang on to it.
I mean, we're starting to mow down our, like, national parks and stuff, so...
I mean, look, fuck. I mean, we're not doing nearly what, like, just industry did.
Sure.
So, I don't know.
Well, yeah. Anyway, Lee, are you... how's your summer going, buddy? You having a good summer?
I guess. I don't know. It's all right. Just going to Mariners games, watching them suck. work is work. It's like we're still super slow, but we're still here. So,
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, what about your summer?
It's well, my summer's like a lot better than it normally has been because usually I'm just locked in, just editing all the time.
Oh, right.
So this year I made a promise to myself to just do a little bit more stuff and, go out and what do they touch grass, as they say, or is that what the kids say? Yeah. But I was thinking the other day, did you say that, are you and Jewel still going to try to go to Wild Waves?
We are, I think, next Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of adult nights or adult things where there's no kids, and we're like, we're going to try and go there. And she has a beat on it. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I went to Wild Waves enough when I was a kid. I think it's going to be cool just for nostalgia, but also it's a fucking like water slide. I'm 50. I don't know. It's still going to be fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we're going to try and go.
Yeah. There's another one of those things that's going to be getting knocked down or replaced by. Do we know what it's going to be replaced with? Or is it going to be one of those
I think I read something. No, it's not a data center. I think it's I forget what it was. But anyway, just fucking development,
Gotcha.
Nothing special.
I was reading about this too, because for places as big as Seattle, which the Seattle area is pretty big for, population wise, it's really the only amusement park, like big amusement park that's in the area. And all these like places across the country have like big amusement parks, but Seattle, it's very seasonal. So you can't really use it like more of the year than this area. So I get it, and then operationally expensive.
Oh yeah.
And kids don't go. Well, I'm guessing they don't go like they used to.
I mean, I can't imagine what the insurance is like on those things. I don't know. And really, I think it's the property here. I mean, like, how can you afford to have a fucking a business that runs 4 months a year on property that you can sell for $80 million?
Right. Right. That's like that place down right in the prime real estate of like North Scottsdale. They have this really old rundown like mini golf course. And I'm like, this place sucks. Why is this still here? And you look around, it's just beautiful. Like just like Mercedes-Benz like dealerships and all these like high-rise apartments going up. You're like, holy moly, time is ticking on this place.
Yeah, it's probably just some owner bought the thing like a long time ago and just is like, I'm in no hurry to sell. I mean, that's like the Mutual Materials, like the brick and paver yard or whatever in Bellevue. Right. Like that thing is worth way more as property than it is pumping stupid bricks out the front door. But they're just like, whatever. We own it. Yeah. We're just going to hang on to it until somebody in the ownership is like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, we'll give you $10 million for it.
Not even that. I mean, that piece of property is probably a $50 million property.
Oh, really?
Jesus. I mean, because the land here is ridiculous. Like, they're building all kinds of stuff, but
that's crazy.
But I don't know. I think that's the biggest thing about amusement parks here. I'm sure it's expensive to run them, but like the land that you put them on, there's a reason that all the major, amusement parks are in the fucking Midwest,
right.
on flat ground that nobody else would want to go to.
Yeah. Yeah. In the middle of tornado country. Yeah. No, but okay.
Speaking of, hold on, man. I don't know if you heard that. I guess a big fucking storm blew through where our house is in Indiana. Like a big 100-mile-an-hour winds.
I did hear about that, and I was gonna send you a message going like, "Hey, is everything cool with your house, dude?" Or like,
Here in Highland, this is just one of the many homes that has suffered severe damage after this afternoon storm. A tree toppled on top of this house, and limbs of that same tree littered all over the front lawn here. Neighbors tell us thankfully no one was injured, but this is just an example of some of the damage that we've seen today, stretching from here in Highland to Hammond. In Indiana, a state that's been pummeled by storms this summer, Luis Valdez told us he has no idea how long his power will be out. A gigantic tree fell onto power lines that deliver electricity to his home and to the rest of his neighborhood. Roads were closed because of downed trees. On the expressway, winds toppled a trailer and blocked traffic there.
So I emailed our property manager, like the storm was Tuesday and now it's Friday, and I emailed him, Tuesday. I was like, hey, I kind of heard about it. Just want to check, make sure, I'm sure you got your hands full, whatever. Because he manages, I think, like 85 properties or something. And nothing, didn't get anything response. So Jewel sent like a message to one of our neighbors, like, hey, checking on you guys, whatever, how are things? And they're like, totally fucked. We went to a hotel, power's out, 911 was down, everything's fucked. And we're like, okay, but nobody said, yeah, your house is gone. So we're like, okay, our house is probably okay. But like, they left. And then the dude got back to me, emailed me this morning, like a 1-sentence thing saying, power is still out. We haven't heard anything. So we haven't been out there. This is the worst we've ever had it.
Oh, great.
Because, dude, it was literally like 100-mile-an-hour wind went through there. It's like a straight-line tornado. So luckily our property doesn't have much in the way of shit that can hit it. Because as Ron White says, it ain't that the wind is a-blowing.
Yeah.
It's what the wind is a-blowing. And thankfully, especially to the west of our house there isn't much that can hit it, except other houses. So I guess if it tears the other houses apart, it could have thrown some shit in there. But anyway, so hopefully everybody's safe. Hopefully our renter's safe. But I'll be honest, I don't know the renter. So hopefully we just don't get a big bill.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm sure. I hope she's fine. I don't know. But.
Right. So remember I messaged you about Wild Waves the other day and how the tickets. What was it like? They were like, because I looked it up. I was curious. I was like, okay, wait a minute. I remember this is how old we are.
Yeah.
The last time I don't know if it was the last time, but I distinctly remember saving up money to go to Wild Waves in the early 90s, and it was $16. It was $16, right? Yeah. So I was like, all right, what is it? How much does it cost? So I looked it up and I was like, holy crap. I go, what is that? So I was like, what is the, and I was like, it is over 300% increase. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, but when you texted me that, I was kind of surprised. I was like, 300% in 30 years? That ain't bad.
I know, but
that's not bad at all. Like,
I know it is funny because like then it got me thinking. I'm like, wait a minute, because you said that you replied with that, right? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, is it that it's that much more expensive, or are we just that old where we just, like it's one of those things where we're like, oh, yeah, because of course it's 300% more, right? And also they did jack up the prices for this last year.
Oh, I'm sure.
Which is expected, right? I mean, like nostalgia, right?
Right.
But it is funny because I was like, us complaining about the prices now. Mm-hmm. So in 1991, that'd be like someone saying from 1956. 1956.
Oh, right.
1956.
Well, I mean, look, we are old.
It wasn't 1956, Lee? Well, it wasn't anything because they weren't around. But
right, exactly.
Yeah, 6 cents.
Right.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, that is crazy though. But like, think about that. I think the example I gave was Mariners tickets because I know what the tickets were in 1990. I mean, 91. Like, holy shit, in 1991, they were less than $10 for like the seats that I sit in now that are basically 110.
That's crazy.
So like, that's tenfold, 11fold. Wow. Like, it's a lot.
I mean,
but then think about
concerts. Basically free to go to Mariner games. Remember, like
but that's unfair because nobody went to fucking Mariners games before 95. Like nobody. Anybody who's says, "Oh man, yeah, the Mariners are always a big draw." Bullshit.
No way.
Bullshit.
Yeah. No.
Before 95, most of the people in Seattle didn't even know we had a team.
Yeah, the 90s, especially in Seattle, like the early 90s, it was only Husky football. It was Husky football. That was it.
Yeah, and baseball, I mean, when they say Griffey saved baseball, everybody refers to the 95 run. No, Griffey saved baseball here, period, because nobody knew we had a team until Griffey arrived.
Right.
Seriously, we were that bad. We had no people on the team that anybody knew. And then he arrived, and then 95 happened, and then now we have a team, and everybody's like, oh, great, that's awesome. Yeah, but not before then. No, nobody went.
So even when I was working at KBSG, right? I'd work early in the morning.
Good times and great oldies.
Yeah, good times and great oldies. Yeah. So it would be like I would get up at like, I don't know, 2:30 or 3 o'clock or whatever. Terrible hours.
Good Lord.
on a Sunday. Ugh. And then, so like Saturday night, I would get all these texts. Dude, where are you, man? Where are you? And I'm like,
I went to bed at 4 p.m. Shut the fuck up.
What am I doing? No, right. Yeah. So I just remember, this is so funny because has to be 2003 that I was working at KBSG. And here's why I remember that is because it's right before the Seahawks started getting good. So it was either 2003 or 2004, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2004 is like right at like towards the end of 2004, maybe they started getting like, pretty good. But I remember leaving, or because I'm already in Seattle, right? So I was like, well, maybe I'll go to the Seahawks game today. And like, it's just like, oh, the game starts, I don't know.
In 90 minutes.
Yeah, like, whatever. Not even that. Right. Like,
Yeah, 42 minutes. I'm going into the game.
I drive down to Pioneer Square. I park in one of the lots, pay like $8 or whatever for parking, and then I'm walking down the street, and one guy's like, tickets, Seahawks tickets, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, man. Like I need a ticket, and he goes $20, and I'm like, sounds good to me. So I pull up my wallet, right, and I'm giving the guy money, and it's in his hand, and the guy goes $10, and I go, whoop. Took it right out of his hand. I go, $10, and he goes, I go, can you beat it? And he goes, sorry, man. I'm like, $10 it is. So like, $10 for Seahawks game.
Yeah, now that's minimum price. $250, $300.
Oh, dude, I just paid. I just bought tickets to the Seahawks game in Vegas. I've never been to the Vegas stadium, so holy shit!
That has to be $8,000 to get in the door, right?
It was crazy.
800. I don't know.
I didn't want to get 400 level tickets, but I got 300 level tickets, right? Because I wanted to make sure I got. So I'm going there with my parents too. It's gonna be me, my brother, and my parents, right? So
realistically, 1,000 is hyperbolic, but so it's the new stadium in Vegas with the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
Yep.
On the 300 level, not 400.
Yeah. Had
to be $480 a ticket minimum.
It was over $400. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, dude, wow. But yeah.
Right.
So anyway.
So that tells you. So back to the Wild Waves thing. Like, what are we talking about? They went from $16 to $69. They're doing all right, and maybe that's why they're out of business. They haven't raised their prices fast enough. It should be 300 to go there for a day now.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, Lee, speaking of things changing, data suggests that places in the U.S. where we used to hang out are all going away. What do you think about that? So,
it's probably true, but some context would help.
Sure.
Are we
okay.
talking about wagon wheel repair shops or what? Because those are going away.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. My grandpa, he repaired sewing machines, and which still you could, but not everybody has.
You're right. That's still technically a thing, and people do still sew.
Right, but not like they used to. Sewing machines and typewriters, I think it was.
Yeah, typewriters are gone.
And then the other, I can't remember the other thing, but anyway, he was that kind of handy guy, which worked in the 40s and 50s or whatever it was, So, but it says since 1990, we've lost 1/5 of our movie theaters. In the last 5 years, we've lost 1/3 of bowling alleys. They've all vanished. And then between 2019 and 2021, places like coffee shops, libraries, museums, rec centers, and restaurants, they're closing all over. So obviously not everything is closing down, but a lot of these places are closing down, and mostly it's the cost of running them, like you mentioned.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they say that there's also a loneliness epidemic in this country. People aren't hanging out like they used to.
No, Well, it is weird. Like those places, in order to have a place that people can convene and do things, right? To have basically a business, a bowling alley, a cafe, or whatever, you have to pay money to have that thing open. And I think a couple of things have made that really, really hard to do. The cost of labor is mega expensive. So if you have to have any employees, it's really expensive. And then you have to charge a fair amount of money for people to go to that thing. Plus insurance and liability and shit. Like if you own a bowling alley, holy shit, I'm sure that's expensive. Coffee shop, not so much, but also tons of competition. I think so. To have a congregating space that people can go to is very expensive. So you have to charge money. So in order for people to decide to go be social, they have to pay money. That didn't used to be really the case. Certainly there were things that we could go do that cost money. It just wasn't that big of a deal. Like going to a movie was $6 or something.
So it's funny that you say movie, right? So my brother and we were just talking the other day about how people now, they long for the days of Blockbuster and shit like that, or just renting videos in general. And and I'm like, that shit was fucking annoying, dude.
It was.
Like you had to get dressed.
Yep.
You had to drive, and we're in Seattle. You had to drive in the rain.
Yeah.
Down to this stupid rental place. And then you had to go in and hope that your movie was there, right? The one that you were looking for was
and everybody was looking for the same movies. Because it wasn't like Netflix or Prime or whatever where every movie is available. It was, here's the selection that we can fit in a room the size of a 7-Eleven.
Exactly.
And we have our collection that we bought years ago, so those are always going to be here. So those are not getting updated. We have one copy of, I don't know, some Robin Williams movie from '86.
Yeah.
And then we've got 6 copies of the newest thing. So if you aren't one of the first 6 people in the door, you're not getting it.
Right. And by the way, you mentioned bowling. When's the last? I mean, have you been bowling recently? Have you? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I have actually. Not, I mean, not super recently, but I feel like I have. I mean, I can't remember exactly when, but it hasn't been that long for me since I went bowling.
I was thinking the other day about how the pandemic couldn't have helped bowling.
Oh man, that's what I was going to say when you brought up bowling. I was like,
fingers in like these bowling balls that are like people haven't washed these ever. Maybe, like,
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The bowling.
Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, you're eating fries, and you're like,
I was literally gonna say, like, when you brought up the years with the bowling, I was like, oh man, 80% of the bowling alleys that have gone under had to have been from 2020 to now.
Oh god, it's so gross. And I my brother and I, we were talking about going bowling. I don't know, last year or the year before, and we were looking at prices, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, what? Like, I don't know if you. It was shocking. I mean,
oh no, it was.
It was more than 300%.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's the thing is, like, I think. Everything is expensive now. Everything's expensive because labor is super fucking. It is labor. I mean, it's largely labor, and especially in places. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to blame it on politics, but like the process or the government sort of taxation and all the stuff and the labor costs are so expensive that it makes it really hard to offer a product that people are willing to pay the price for.
Yeah.
Like bowling. Bowling's fun, but it's not $20 a game fun per person.
Yeah.
Like for 30 minutes of fun, I'm going to pay $20.
I know. They started making those like really cool, like, we'll put black lights in there. And I'm like, all right, like you put a disco ball in here and black lights.
Also, you know what I think a big portion of the social sort of drop off is, at least with stuff like that, bowling alleys, kids aren't drinking as much anymore.
Right.
And that shit, name a time that you went bowling and you didn't drink. Maybe in high school before we could drink. Like you went bowling, but like once you're an adult, if you're going to the bowling alley, you're getting drunk. Unless you're in a league or some shit. But like even then, people are drinking.
You kind of have to. You're touching those balls that have never been washed.
Right. I think a lot of that is just also, man. I think our society really has changed from a society of people who move their bodies into a society of people that move their fingers.
Yeah.
Like I really do think.
I was also Americans are spending less time socializing than we did 20 years ago, obviously. But like the numbers are kind of crazy. So it's like the average time spent socializing per day has dropped from 45 minutes to 35 minutes over the past 2 decades. And it's the here's a shocker, the steepest decline
with young people.
Yes.
What do you know?
And it says 15 to 24-year-olds went from an hour a day spent hanging out with other people to 35 minutes. And I can't believe it's that high.
I know. So that's probably the forced shit where they have to go out and.
Right.
I do think it's going to rebound though. Like it is weird because humans are weird, and like we can make fun of the young people all we want, but I think they are actually starting to get savvy that they were being sold a product, and I think the internet is selling them a product that eventually they're going to realize they kind of want something else.
Oh no,
I do think it'll rebound some.
I was just reading about that today. Like it's a new trend that people are starting to like basically put away their phones or not even be on social media because they grew up with it. That's like kind of like all they know. And they know from they're
savvy. They know. Yep.
They know. They just can't do it. So like they have to put away their stuff and experience.
Oh, and there are a number of phones now that are like retro phones, like flip phones that can't do social media and stuff. And it's not like people are trying to impress us with their new invention. Like people are buying them.
Yeah.
Like that's a product. Like people are buying. So I do actually think people will get back out and socialize, but I think we're going to have to come out of this period of like, remember the internet is pretty new. I mean, basically it's 25 years old in reality. Like I know it was invented before that, but like in broad use, it was like, Windows 2000 or whatever.
We essentially we didn't even have internet in high school.
Oh, no.
Like, because 95 was the official, like, when
Yeah.
stuff started becoming.
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, like a dividing line
Searchable.
is the 2000. Like, if you say the internet was invented in 2000, broadly speaking, I think you're probably right.
Yeah, that's when
or
a
at
lot
least
of the,
when it got adopted. And so, like, that's
kind of
25
like how
years.
we know
That's-
it today, like,
Yeah.
chat rooms and music
Exactly.
and stuff like, yeah, definitely.
And so I think just like anything new, it took over. And now people are like, okay, but it comes with a cost, and maybe we should try some other stuff and whatever. And I think the new generation will do that. They're not impressed by the internet. We are wildly impressed by the internet because holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even have a microwave until I was in high school. Like, fuck. Like, internet? Come on. This is rad.
Yeah.
But
Well, here's another thing, Lee.
I got to call one quick timeout.
Yeah.
Hang on here.
Sure.
I just noticed. I just looked. I don't know what view you have on your camera, but in my camera, I just realized that it has the picture of me behind me wearing a different Kingdome shirt.
That is amazing. I love it.
And behind my head is Safeco Field.
Oh, that's rad.
Huh.
Did you take that picture?
No, that's a picture from the
That's
first
cool.
game. I do have tickets from the first game.
That's awesome.
No.
Wow.
And the last game of the Kingdome, but anyway. But no, I just realized that I just happened to look over in that corner. I'm like, hey, wait.
I went to the last Seahawks game in the Kingdome.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I went to, and I got to. I remember I worked at KISW, and they did a lot of promos there, and I got to go into Safeco. I'm sure you did too, obviously, but like I got to go into Safeco before it opened up, and I was like, well, this is kind of cool. This doesn't even open yet. This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Haven't
You
even
know what's
get-
weird is
came
I
out.
actually regret it. Here's an instance of like me being just kind of a dick, because I was against it because they didn't approve that. Like the voters said no,
Yeah.
and I was like, you can't just fucking shove shit through. Little did I know that that's how government works. They just do it. And I'm glad it got built, obviously. But like at the time, I remember just being so pissed. I'm like, you assholes just pushed through a fucking $500 million stadium. And the people said no. That's bullshit. So I had a bajillion chances to go down there and break. You know, they had the ground breaking in the dirt, and I never went.
Oh, you were protesting all that shit?
I wasn't protesting. I just in my head I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going down there. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
So, Lee, what are your thoughts on tipping in this country? Like, has tipping gotten out of hand here?
Oh, it's been way out of control for a long time.
Yeah.
The only time I tip now, well, I'm still a pretty good tipper.
When
But
there's
like
a reason
I
to?
tip when there's a reason to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like tipping at convenience stores, there's a thing for tip now. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you went and grabbed your own shit, you brought it up, and I went bloop, and there's a thing for a tip.
Yes. I was Lee, I was just going to say that. I went to this yogurt place last year, and I never go to these yogurt places, but so you grab the bowl, you walk up, you choose your yogurt, your frozen yogurt, you pull the thing, you put the yogurt in there, and then you go up and you spoon in your own shit into the bowl.
Uh-huh.
And then we're not giving this to the front or anything like that.
Right.
No. You then place it on their weigh scale.
Yeah.
It prints off how much it is. And
then
then
you pay
the
for it.
person turns around the screen and then it
With
says
the little button that says tip.
15, 20, 25% tip.
Right.
Which one would you like? And I was like, what
Right.
the fuck?
Man, get this. I even saw a video of like somebody going to, it was some fast food place. I don't remember if it was McDonald's or whatever, where they're doing the shit themselves. Like it's order your own stuff.
Yeah.
And then it pops up a tip thing. And if you tip 0, it says items in your cart have been updated and it
Shake
charges
Shack.
you more.
Shake Shack,
Okay,
right?
that might have been it.
B.D. Powell and his wife were waiting for their flight out of Salt Lake City on Friday when his wife noticed a surprising charge while trying to order food at an airport Shake Shack kiosk.
My wife says that if you don't tip at Shake Shack, they make it more expensive per item, so we're about to find out.
I really didn't believe my wife at first.
The couple retested their theory to see if it would happen again.
See, $5.99.
Watch as they ring in 3 milkshakes.
We got cookies and cream.
They ring up for $5.99 each. One has a 49-cent surcharge for adding whipped cream. But when they go to check out and select no tip, the screen reads, there has been a pricing update on one or more of your cart items. The price on the screen then switches.
Everything jumped.
Everything just went up 50 cents.
I felt like it was being charged for something I shouldn't have been charged for.
In a statement, a Shake Shack spokesperson tells NBC News it is not policy nor that of our licensees to increase the price of menu items when no tip is added. They go on to say this occurred at a Shake Shack that is owned and operated by our licensee at an airport, and that error was created by kiosk technology unrelated to tipping, adding the issue has been resolved. Powell says he didn't try the tipping option to see if that would change the price. The topic at a tipping point for many Americans.
It's gotten out of hand.
I feel like salary should get higher.
According to a Pop Menu survey of 1,000 people, 78% say tipping has become ridiculous. 44% tipping less this year than last year.
The crazy thing is, I don't think this is the businesses doing it. It's partly that. This is, well, it is the businesses, but I mean, it's also the government taxes tips now. They want all of their money. And so the more money gets transacted, the more tips they have. So they will always support whatever's going to get you and I to spend more, because they get their money based upon the amount that is spent. So, because that's income. It's income to the people who are there, and they get to tax that income.
Yeah,
so I don't know, like
that Shake Shack story. That was unreal.
It's unreal because it's so bad. Like, it's so poorly done.
What? I hope that they get such bad. I mean, first off, Shake Shack is very expensive. It's good. It is good, but it's like, it's not that fucking, it's kind of like a Five Guys or whatever. Is it Five Guys? Yeah, Five Guys.
Yeah, Five Guys really good, but it's so expensive. It's $28 for a,
It's not that much. If it's better than In-N-Out, it's not that, it's close. Right. It's not that much better. Right.
No. So, I went there one time. There's one of those in Bellevue here, and I went there and I was horrified because I didn't know how much it cost.
Right.
And I just got like a burger and fries. I think I might have got a shake or something. And it was serious. It was like $30 or something.
Yeah.
Like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah. Yep.
But again, I think some of that's going to rebound. People are going to get fed up with it, and they're going to be like, fuck you. No, I'm not doing it. I mean, a little bit, but also like I still do it in some places, like at the ball games, I'll go because, and they'll do the tip, that's pretty high, but those are literally volunteers. So like when you go to the baseball game, or at least the Mariners, those are charity people who are there supporting that, and that charity gets a portion of the proceeds from that sale that night.
Also a big problem with this is, are the tips going to, because like back in the day, you just hand them $5, Here's
right,
$5.
Right. I mean, now
but now it's like, oh, you're tipping the corporation, and who knows what the fuck they're doing with the money, right?
And
so
and the government, you're tipping the corporation and the government. That's who you're tipping. And
well, then you have the kind of like the opposite of that, where you have these DoorDash people that they won't even accept the order if you pre-tip.
If you don't tip, right?
And I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't even make sense. Like, you have to pre-tip, and if you don't, they'll reject it. Or I've seen all the videos. You ever see all the videos where they drop it off and they're like, "Thanks the fucking tip, asshole," and then they walk off and you're like, "You didn't deliver it yet." I was gonna give you a tip afterwards. What's that all about?
Right?
Is that weird?
No, but it is the entitlement of it too. I mean, it's like people expect tipping now when you're in everything, and they know that most people are going to get shamed into it. Like that's what it is. Most people don't want somebody to go, "Oh, you're a poor tipper." And so they do it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
again, I'm mostly a good tipper, but I don't fold to like the ridiculous. First of all, I don't do DoorDash or any of those dumb things.
Well, I don't either. But like, I'm just saying, like, I've seen all the videos where like they talk about that. They're like, oh yeah, no, and like the DoorDash people will post videos like, oh, I don't even accept an order if it doesn't have like at least a $5 tip. I was like, nah, fuck that. But like. Yeah, it comes down to, with that kind of service, it comes down to like, just fucking pay your guys more. So like, we don't have to deal with
exactly.
Like,
roll it in.
Seriously, you're already paying.
We're not
a service that is like a service that is very.
We're not dealing with people seeking a bargain. They're ordering a premium thing. Just charge the money and hand the fucking money to the driver.
Well, that's kind of like what I loved about the rideshare stuff when it first started. It was like the whole thing was like, oh no, you don't tip. We don't even have an option to tip.
Right.
You don't tip. That's all built into the, and I'm like, that's a great model. I love that.
So, well, and
not anymore.
No, and the places that do that, ironically, now, like when we go for a nice steak at El Gaucho just rolls it in. They're like, hey, here's your thing, and they tell you where the tip is going. Like, hey, it goes to the corporation, all of it. It says it on like all of your tip goes to the company. However, we pay industry leading, wages and whatever. So like, you can at least go look it up and you can see. And obviously, if people are working there and they know they're not going to get those tips, they're fine with working there.
Yeah.
So like, that just be honest about it. They're honest about it. It says right on the fucking menu. Remember that there's I forget if I think it's a 15 or 20% tip when you go to El Gacho. It's on your bill, and they tell you it doesn't go directly to your server. If you would, and then they have marks for like if you would like to tip more, certainly you can. But like, just do that. Like it's expensive. We know it. Just fucking do it. Just put the price and let me pay the price and be cool with it and pay your people.
Well, and then I have gotten so comfortable with rejecting a bunch of that bullshit stuff where you like go to the grocery store and they're like, would you like to give money to sick children? I'm like, no, man.
Zero.
Like, because we know this is fucking going to your guys' bullshit. Like, who knows where this is going?
Right.
Would I like to help sick children? Sure, I'll donate to fucking sick children on my fucking own. But like, not through you guys. Fuck you guys. That's like you go to like you go to some of these places now and like, would you like to round up to help training for some? I'm like, no, thanks.
Nope.
I always say thanks. I'm like, no, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, and like places like Goodwill, that's hilarious. Goodwill gets all their shit for free. They
and they're a for-profit company. Holy shit.
You want to talk about places that have gone up in price. Those are some of the greatest videos online. We're like, the Goodwill
is terrible now.
They want how much for what?
Yeah.
You got this for free. And then you go up and then they ask for additional money. Would you like to round up? Would you like to donate to? So I'm like, fucking, what the? I'm at Goodwill.
Right.
What the hell are you talking about?
But think about how shitty the rest of the shopping experience. This broadly sort of encompasses, have you heard, I'm sure you have, I think we may have even talked about it, enshittification. The enshittification of things is that they will keep making things shittier and shittier until people rebel because they make more money the shittier it is.
Oh, yeah.
And you will still pay until you don't, and that's when they will have to finally change things. It's on purpose.
Yeah,
so they will continue to raise prices and do all that and make things worse.
One of my favorite new creators on social media is this guy that he literally goes into grocery stores and he brings his own scale and he weighs everything. He weighs everything. And he goes, listen, there's no editing in any of this. None. Zero. And he goes in and he starts just weighing all the meat and all the fucking bullshit and he goes, almost 75% of this is off. And he'll say that he goes, hey, can you weigh this for me real quick? He goes, I think this is off.
All right, let's weigh these one by one. 1.83. It says 4.93. What's this one saying? 5.41. 2.32. Hey, how you doing?
All right.
So I was going through to buy a ham, and I picked one of these hams up here, and I looked at it. I was like, whoa, $24.60. And I looked at the poundage, right? So I took it over to your produce scale. It's over double the pounds. And then we just weighed it over there on the, she weighed it on the scale. All these hams are over double at $25. And what tipped me off is I came in the other day and got one, but I just put it back. I'm worried about other people. Like, how does that happen?
And this, we don't even weigh anything
here. So the manufacturer weighs it.
Yeah. Even our
but
hamburger and all that.
Is somebody supposed to like put an eye on this to make sure it doesn't go out or what? I mean, I found those in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, Walmart just had a class action lawsuit for $48 million over this stuff, didn't they? Last year?
I haven't heard anything about it.
Oh, no?
No.
I mean, I stopped after this many. So, I mean, I weighed them on your scale. She weighed them up here. So, like, what do you do at this point?
You said we don't even have a way of reweighing this stuff.
No, you can't reweigh it?
No. So, I mean, I'll just have to cleanse it out.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, we'll donate it to the food bank.
Oh, you donate? Well, that's a good thing, yeah. But what
it won't go to waste.
What procedures do you guys have in place here to make sure this doesn't happen again?
I'm going to send it up to our home office.
Well, there you go. I don't feel very confident. Do you? Basically, kind of shrugged it off. Didn't answer any questions. Didn't even know about the class action lawsuit. There should be somebody in here doing my job. I offered. I told him I go around I said I worked the whole store. I told him I find everything that's not priced right in here. He just rolled his eyes. So, I don't know. It has to go higher, guys. Go out and do this. Go out and do this.
How much money do these fucking corporations like Walmart need? Think about
if their scale is off. And also, by the way, fucking apples are $2 a piece now anyway, and you're gonna crank the scale on me.
Yeah. It's wild, man. So,
but it's the enshittification. Like, until we say, I'm not gonna go there anymore, and I'm not gonna do it, and until I'm not a big government guy, but government is failing at protecting the consumers, because you do need to break up monopolies when they have total price control, and the internet has made it possible for them to be total price control.
Oh, totally. In this, so one of the, I don't know, a couple of this guy's videos that he called out some company, and it went viral. And basically, I don't know what it was, like rice or something, whatever it was. And the company was like, "Hey, listen, we weren't aware of this bullshit. We weren't aware of this. So everything now that guy weighs from that company is like over."
Yeah, right.
It's just slightly over.
Just slightly, yeah.
I was like telling my brother, my brother was like, it should be.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing is, like, so they got caught. Now they have to give back some of their money.
Yeah.
Right. But this is the old Fight Club thing where it's like, how much do you decide, a car leaving the factory locks up the differential and kills 6 people. They learn that it's a problem, and then they look at the average out-of-court settlement times the number of incidents equals X amount of money. And if it's X amount of money more to do a recall, we don't do one.
Yeah.
That's what it is they're going to push it, and they're going to push it, and they're going to push it until they have a consequence. And when they have a consequence, they'll be like, great, we collected an extra $10 million. So now if we give 1% back for 3 months and make people forget about it, we'll give back, 200,000.
Yeah.
Like it is the pushback. Like, consumers do need to push back. Like they're
right.
That's the only way that
more
this
than
thing
ever,
fixes.
Really, people are fucking pussies. They're pushovers.
Oh, they totally are.
We're just a bunch of robots fucking just going through life.
And they've done a really good job of burying all the fucking fees and taxes and whatever. Like, when you drive by the gas station, it says the gas price, right?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you look closer, it says price reflects cash purchase price. Credit price is 3% more.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that. And just
Robert Zeiger was livid when he showed us the sign on the Chevron station at the corner of Indiantown Road and alternate A1A in Jupiter. It advertised gas at $3.15 a gallon on the sign you could see from the road. At first, he didn't notice the much smaller sign on the pump showing credit card users will have to pay $1 a gallon more.
When did you learn you were paying $4.15 instead of $3.15?
After I finished pumping my 8 gallons of gas, and I was shocked that I paid $35.
Back then, we found the Chevron in Jupiter and 2 other stations near the interstate exit in West Palm Beach on Okeechobee Boulevard, charging $1 a gallon higher for credit card users. Days after I started asking questions, the stations dropped the difference between cash and credit to 90 cents a gallon. So 5 months later, I followed up at that Chevron on Indiantown and alternate A1A in Jupiter, at the BP near the I-95 exit on Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach, and at the Shell across Okeechobee Boulevard from the BP. I found all stations charging credit card users $1 a gallon more for regular gas.
Only the states of Maryland, Massachusetts, and Connecticut mandate gas stations post cash and credit prices that a driver can see from the road. Here's what you can do to protect yourself. Look closely at the pump before inserting your credit card, and the price isn't clear, ask the clerk inside to see the per gallon difference. You can also withdraw from your bank's ATM before filling up. And be especially careful at stations near major highways. These stations don't always depend on repeat customers as much as ones in neighborhood shopping centers.
Also, all the taxes are rolled in. I've argued this for years. I think we should have a system where, especially with like income and things like that, all the taxes the government take out, you need to write a check for them. I think you should have to swipe your card at a grocery store for the tax. I think you should go into the grocery store and they say, hey, here's for the groceries. Bloop. Okay, here's your tax. Bloop. And you just get a second receipt, and people look at it and go,
like, what the hell?
Because here in Bellevue, it's 11% sales tax.
Wow.
11%.
That's wild.
So, like, if you went in and spent $100 and they're like, okay, great, bloop. And you're like, thanks. And they're like, just a second, $11 more. And you're like, what? For what? Oh, it goes to the government. Like, I feel like that they've done a really good job of hiding it, so people don't know. And people are pussies, like you said. They're just not going to.
People are massive pussies. And you know what's funny is they've become so overly helpless. I don't know if you saw this video. The other day. I could not believe it. I watched it like 100 times. It's that video where obviously like this lady left her car in
I did see it.
Neutral or drive, and it's just barely going. Barely going. Goes across the street, and she couldn't get in. She couldn't fucking.
She almost killed herself. She almost ran herself over.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? I sent that to my mom, and I go, Grandpa Dub.
Yeah,
Grandpa
at
Dub.
99.
Right before he died, would have gotten in that car
and stopped it. First of all, he would have put it in park before he.
Well, yeah, I mean,
out.
listen.
But second, he would have jumped in. Exactly. People are so incapable.
Sure, he might have struggled, but dude, he would have gotten in that fucking car.
Mm-hmm.
That lady is what I think of a lot of people are these days. And I was like,
100%. People have turned into mush balls.
It was fucking painful. It was painful to watch.
Oh, it was. It was so bad. It was
so painful. It was bad.
And yeah, we really are. I mean, it's not like we haven't been saying it. We're a nation full of fat, entitled assholes who can't do anything, and it's getting worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, people don't take their fitness serious. And I'm not talking about like being athletes. I'm talking about being able to stand up from the ground if you fall down.
Yeah.
Like a huge percentage of our population, if they fell down,
they're
going to need a hand up.
Yeah.
Like that's horrifying.
I mean, we talk about this all the time. I don't lift to be like big, or I lift for general maintenance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
dude,
like,
I do it so I can fucking get to the bathroom and pee before I pee my pants. Like, I don't know, shit like that. And like, that's the thing is, I don't know. I'm not against people being out of shape if they're like, I want people to be free, but like, you're not free if you require somebody else's help to do basic shit.
Yeah.
If somebody has to help you fucking get in your car, I'm not getting down on you for that. But if you have a choice to get fit enough to get in your car, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Obviously there's a difference if you're literally, handicapped.
Disabled. That's what I'm saying. Is like, but this goes back to like, people have been convinced that they're fucking incapable. I think they aren't. Like, if you ask them, they're like, no, I could never do that. It's like,
it is weird going to the grocery store. Going to the grocery store and like 20% of the parking spots are like all like handicapped. And I'm like, are there this many people that are? They're never full. Like, but dude, what are we doing here?
Dude, I'm gonna send you a text. You can put it up. I almost hope you put it on.
Oh, God.
Except I don't know. Like, I don't want to shame this dude. Except I kind of do. There's a guy at my gym who's, I don't know him. I've never met him. Never talked to him. But like, he's really in great shape. He's ripped. He's probably mid 40s. But he drives a white Corvette with a like a Wildcat or something decal on the side, like a huge one, and he parks in the handicap spot. And then he gets out and he walks in and he lifts and does his workout and then walks out and gets his. And I don't know what handicap people have, so like, I'm not gonna shame the guy, but like, I don't know what to do with the shame thing. I think part of this is shame. Like, when people are filling the handicap spots and they could be capable. Like, that's the thing is that dude is paying to go work out at a gym so his body works.
And he has the handicap decal thing hanging or whatever.
I didn't look, but that's the thing is like, add that en masse. People who aren't even working out are just like, oh, I would like to park closer so life is easier.
Right.
Easier. I'm going to get DoorDash. I'm going to get, and it becomes that movie Wall-E or whatever, where everybody's just in the fucking chairs, just doing nothing. And people are becoming a burden to everybody else, and they have no shame about it.
Well, Lee, speaking of people being a burden to everybody else, it leads me right into this next story.
All right.
Did you hear about this flight a couple of weeks ago? It was canceled, fully canceled, due to some kid refusing to take his seat.
What?
Did you hear about this? Okay, so check this out.
Were his parents on the plane?
Hold on. I'm going to play a clip, and then we can talk about this on the back end here. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
A flight from Victoria to Toronto was forced to be canceled last night after a child refused to put on their seatbelt. Porter Air tells CTV News the plane had already left the terminal and was heading for the runway when crew members realized the child was standing in their seat after attempts by the parent and crew to get the child buckled in failed. The plane returned to the terminal and the family was removed. The airline says the delay then pushed the flight past Victoria's 12:30 a.m. runway closure, forcing the flight to be canceled. The other passengers were rebooked on a flight today.
So there's not too many details about this story. Like if the kid was like special needs or something, I don't know. But either way, Lee, either way, can you imagine this happening back in the day? Like this would not happen back in the day.
It would be the John Wayne thing where he just picks the kid up and throws him in the lake.
Yeah.
Some dude would just stand up and go, "Listen, you little fuck, sit the fuck down, and if you don't shut up, I will shut you up."
Yeah. And if,
he would buckle him in and say, "Keep your mouth shut."
Yeah, you start with the parents, and then if the parent didn't fucking do their job,
you
then
punch
everybody
the
else is
parent,
stepping
and then
in.
yeah,
like I picture that scene from Airplane where everyone's standing in line, like
just
fucking
in line,
in their weapons, like
oh my god,
everyone's taking turns slapping the shit out of this little.
I mean, what do we do? Like, but that's a
take that little
dereliction
fucker. Like
that's a complete dereliction of discipline, and that's where we're at. Is we have empowered, the old saying is the inmates are running the jail. Like we have empowered people by saying we don't have the power to force you to do something, except we should have the power to force people to do something on occasion. Have to use it wisely, but you have to be able to force people to comply in certain situations. And we've given that up.
So we're saying that situation. Like, what if someone was going back to, like when my mom flew back last year to
for a funeral?
My grandpa's on. No, my grandpa's on his deathbed.
That's right. Yeah.
My mom flew back for an emergency, and she got there right before he died. Right. She got to say goodbye.
So if the plane had been delayed that night, she's not making it.
So that little fucking kid is more important than everybody else. Like has their vacations booked for the last year. All these, like, they're going back to see family who could possibly be in the same situation, dying or whatever the case. Nope. We got to get little Timmy off this fucking plane because he won't sit down. And mom is such a piece of shit that she won't make Timmy sit down.
But also not knowing the situation. First of all, let's throw out special needs shit, right? Because hey, perhaps. But if this is a kid that has that kind of discipline, first of all, he should have had it sooner, right? Before he ever got on the plane. And if the parent didn't think that this kid could handle that,
slip something in his drink.
Yeah, totally right. But also the parent, like, I'll make room that, like, what if the parent was totally like, man, I would really like to smack this kid and put him in place, but I'm going to go to jail if I do it here. Right? Like maybe the kid complies at home and the kid has been empowered being out in public. Like, you can't touch me out here, bitch.
And is this another thing, Lee, where maybe he's not used to being in public? First time out in public?
I mean, it could be, right?
You just had a weird tantrum?
But here's the thing. It never, with our parents, it never would have been that way, because it would have been 5 minutes sitting on the ground of us saying, you better sit down. And if not, we would have gotten up and said, we're getting off this fucking plane.
If you had
ruined
to guess,
you ruined this for us, kid.
Yeah.
Now we're getting off the plane.
If you had to guess,
no way would our parents have let us ruin it for the entire.
Was this a guy or a girl?
100% a girl. 100% a
girl. Not that I'm saying that guys are so much better and
stronger.
No,
I mean, guys are really, but I have to
with
believe
something like that. There's no way
it has to be
guy,
just
right?
a woman who is just like,
yeah,
I've told him to sit down and he just won't do it.
I told him 5 times. He wouldn't do it.
And hopefully it wasn't a lady that's like, how dare you tell my kid what to do? Don't you tell? He's like, I hope not. But either way, like, our parents, I just feel like, first of all, this would have been the captain of the fucking airplane, or like, this would not have lasted if they were about to push off from the gate.
Yeah.
And the kid wasn't seated by then.
Right.
Somebody in power would have said, get off this fucking plane.
Yeah.
You and your kid, you got to go. We're not fucking putting up with this shit. You gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, and again, we don't know the situation. Like, maybe the flight attendants were trying, and they push back, whatever. But like, it has to happen sooner. Like, we have to get to that point where, like, hey, we got shit to do. You're not stopping it. Get the fuck out of the way.
Well, maybe he was sitting down and had his seatbelt on, but then he got up and started standing on his seat. I don't know. I mean,
true. There are.
It's weird. There's not too much information about the story, which.
It's a kid, so I don't want them.
I don't want the name of the kid or anything like that. But Jesus, man, like, I don't know. I just keep thinking about like the other people on the plane, man. I'm like, oh my God.
And our reaction is not one of like, oh my God, this is a horrible isolated incident.
Yeah.
We're analyzing this with the lens of this is where we're at now.
Yeah.
So even if this incident doesn't prove to be that, the fact that our view of it is that says what we're talking about, which is our society has empowered people to do whatever the fuck they want, despite the consequences for the rest of us.
Yeah. Well, kind of like just along the same lines as this and the other story. I mean, there's a whole story about this, but basically there's a new analysis from Axios.
Okay.
It says Americans are spending less time socializing than we did 20 years ago, which is, again, it's the same kind of deal we were talking about earlier. And it says the average teen spends about, and this is as a result of that, obviously, spends about 5 hours a day on their phone, 5 hours a day on TikTok, Instagram, or Snapchat. And some of these are like, the remote work since the pandemic has taken off, and socializing that people used to be forced into socializing, even at the workforce and stuff like that.
You had to go to the lunchroom, right?
Yeah. And like, I saw that, I even saw this study of like, I think it was Gen Z and millennials. I don't know if I brought this up to you guys before, but it says that they would prefer, like when they're looking for jobs, they would rather work remote and take a massive pay cut.
Oh yeah.
Instead of having to go into the office.
Totally.
That is fucking crazy. Like we're talking like tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like,
to me, like all of us would if we add up like the gas and the time and whatever. Right. And they're like, but like if they're saying, but if they're saying like, hey, if you came into the office, we would pay for your gas, we would pay for whatever, and we're going to give you an extra $30,000 a year. We're going to the fucking office.
Yeah.
Like, but also the kids don't hold on. Part of it though, they are not expected to be financially sound. They're not. They're all getting taken care of by the government or by their parents or what. Like these kids do not have bills that they have to pay. Nobody's making them pay bills.
I have seen the breakdown of housing is like really causing some.
Yeah, housing it's still broken. I am shocked. I mean, we've been now talking about this for half a decade. It's fucking broken. It can't work the way it is. But I don't know what's holding it together anymore. I really don't.
No, so I keep seeing these stories too, because you have been talking about this for quite some time. And you're like, listen, this is going to be the year. And I think we are right there right now, because I follow this one guy and he has a bunch of like real estate friends across different states. And he goes, there's stacks of papers that I have on my desk of people that are completely delinquent with, they're not paying their bills anymore.
Right.
And he's like, they're like, this has not happened since the last time this happened.
Yeah.
So when people are starting to go several months without being able to pay their bills, and I have several friends right now that are out of work, and like jobs are not, they're not even calling people for interviews anymore right now.
Oh,
so
dude,
like,
no,
it's bad. It's starting to get bad.
I mean, I know construction is boom and bust, but we had 2 years ago, I think 24 guys.
Yeah. 4. Now it's 4.
And they're working an average of 16 hours a week.
Well, didn't you and Brian used to always talk about this? Construction is the front line of.
It is. So here's the other
right?
thing we're seeing too. Just now. So today was the first day in 2 years we talked about maybe hiring a guy. So we're hoping that we have found the bottom.
Okay.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't feel like the rest of the economy has corrected anything. Like people spent, like they all earned a bunch more money after 2020. They handed all that money out, and everybody acted as though that money wasn't ever going to go away. And they made all their decisions based upon that income and that situation and those prices. And then all the prices went up, and the incomes stagnated, or people got laid off. And now, like it still doesn't feel like it has hit.
Yeah.
I think it hit construction. At least in Seattle, I think it hit construction. Some places are still booming, but I don't know, man, that you can't, the math just doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. And so I don't know what's going to happen with people, but, Economics are economics, man. They're nature. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
but these kids don't want to work. They're not interested in working.
Yeah.
So
I mean, God, I'm right there.
I mean, to be fair, I was gonna say neither am I. I'd prefer not to.
Well, Lee, I don't want the entire episode to be a complete downer, so I'm going to change it up a little bit here.
Okay, sure.
Fucking sit down, kid. Yeah, come on, we got places to be.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like a downer to me. Fuck your kids. I could watch them fall off bikes all day long.
Lee, do you ever watch those videos with Rick Beato on YouTube?
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Yeah. And he's like, I love how he's a soldier for, music and really trying to fight that battle.
And real music, yeah.
Alive. Yeah. But he had Billy Joel on the other day. And I don't know if you heard this episode yet.
I didn't.
Billy Joel is always a great interview because he's very open. Like he'll answer any question. He'll talk about anything. He'll break stuff down. It's like, he's awesome. Right. And he asked Billy why he stopped making albums after River of Dreams in 1993.
Okay.
And Billy said that I was married, had a kid. I didn't want to lock myself in a cave like a monk, and kind of like me with podcasting. I was like, I don't want to just be editing all day and night.
Or anyone at a high level of doing something, coaches or whatever.
Well, yeah, there you go. So he then said, I created 12 albums. The Beatles did 12 albums. I mean, if you want to include Magical Mystery Tour, which is a extended EP, then you could add 13. But anyway, he said that some artists, they keep forcing records and they dilute their catalog.
I agree.
Or I think Beato kind of like added that part in, and it fucks up with their legacy, right? Like, and it ends up kind of like trailing off, and you're just like, all right, like, okay, now you got like, these bands that just keep releasing albums.
Yeah.
And my question to you is, which bands do you feel that were like high level and they maybe should have stopped producing full length albums? And what is the point of their career? Like, at what point of their career do you think they should have stopped? Like, and I could give you some examples, but like,
yeah, I mean, you'll probably have to, because like for me, I never really, so I listen to the songs that I like by the bands that I like. I don't necessarily wait for their next album.
Yeah.
So like, there are probably a million bands that I listen to that kept making music that I just don't know about because I'm not interested in that music. So like,
a lot of that is the music industry now. It's back to like the 50s and 60s where it's just a single that is released.
Yeah,
and you're
that's kind of how. But
like that song.
That's kind of how I did it my whole life anyway. Except when we would have to go buy CDs at the pawn shop. Then I'd be like, okay, well, let me listen to the whole thing. But
one of the most famous examples of this is, and by the way, this is a famous example because he toured with Billy Joel, is Elton John.
Right.
And Elton, he'd always ask him, Billy goes, God, why does he fucking keep doing this? Why does he keep asking me this? He goes, when are you going to put on another album?
Yeah.
And then Billy Joel would be like, when are you going to stop making albums?
Yeah.
Like, Lee, Elton, he stopped releasing albums in 1984. So if he had that career run from like 1970 to 1984 and something happened, I wish him like dead.
Whatever. He broke his fingers and couldn't play the piano anymore.
Right. And then that was it. Dude.
He would have been one of the greatest. I mean, he is still one of the greatest.
But he is, but it would be like the Beatles. Like, it would be like, holy, because he was that huge. People like.
And they were all great.
Yeah, it was crazy. So like he was that. I mean, he had a couple stinkers in there, but anyway, since 1985, how many albums do you think he's released since 1985? Just regular studio albums.
Oh man, I mean, since '85, that's 40 years.
Yeah, I mean, 17 studio albums.
Holy fuck!
And I bet you, Lee, most people couldn't even name any big songs. Or any songs from those albums. Like I couldn't, if my life depended on it, I'd be like, okay, I know he had a song called like The One or something like that. They came out in like the late 80s or 1990 or I don't know, something like that. And then like The Lion King, that doesn't count. That's a soundtrack. The Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Ugh. Like, I don't know. That's a good example. So I have some other examples here for you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So U2
U2 is one of those bands where like people like now they think of them, they're like, oh, they're fucking kind of annoying, and like they had that album that they forced everybody to fucking listen to. But if they were massive, like in the 80s, massive.
Like if they had stopped when we were seniors in high school.
Yeah, like after that, like 1991 or 1993 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that one was in like 93. That was a really great album. And it was
there's Achtung Baby in 91.
Yeah.
And then Zarupa or whatever that came out.
Yeah, Zuropa or yeah. So that and that was if they had stopped after that one. Which honestly, didn't they? Like I don't know of any albums that they aside from the digital one that they made everybody buy. Yeah. I don't know any songs out of that.
People they will never be forgiven for that.
Well, good.
I mean, I could care less. But yeah. Paul McCartney. Some say he should have stopped in 1983 after that Say song. But I like some songs like after, but like his voice, it's always I hate bagging on Paul McCartney because he's like one of my favorites. Like I hate it so much. But
so here's the argument though. Like what if they just enjoy being in the studio and making music? Like you can't just take that away from somebody. No. Like Elton John could say, I like doing it, so go fuck yourself. I don't care if you buy. And that's actually what I want from artists I'm not putting this out for you. I'm putting it out because I want to put it out.
Yes, that's an
artist. I do like that.
The maybe true it's our expectation. People, they're like, they can't help it. They have to. They have to create. Right.
So maybe this is us expecting greatness out of somebody, and it's like, but especially with music and stuff, the trends move so quickly, and you hear somebody and they're so genius. I think it's impossible for somebody to stretch that very long.
Yeah,
because everybody's heard the voice before.
Someone was talking about how there's with great bands, there's a 10-year period.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, well, the Beatles, they had the 60s.
You're right.
Led Zeppelin, they had the 70s, right?
Yeah, I think 10 years is,
So maybe that's the cutoff. But like, then you have, so I have a couple modern ones on here. And like, so Weezer, they had those 3 albums out the gate, which were huge, right? Huge, big,
and good, all good
albums. Since then, they've released 17 albums. 17 albums, dude. What? Like, again,
what's on them?
There's a couple songs that I enjoy, but 17 albums.
I'm torn on this though. As the more we think about it, I'm like, well, good for them.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
the problem is us, not them.
Yeah. Well, kind of. I mean, like, well, again, they're artists. They can do whatever they want.
Look. If they were going on TV being pissed that nobody was buying it, it's a them problem. But if they're like, I put out an album because I liked it, and I don't care if you listen or not, and they're not going on TV making us feel bad for not buying it, then it's fine.
I know, and I hate. I don't like shaming like these artists for creating stuff, but like hey, we got to talk about something. But like, some people say that Kiss should have stopped in 1979. Lee's like, what year did they start? They should have stopped then. No, but like,
whatever. No,
so
they're entertaining.
So when Kiss went unmasked in the 80s, like, so their big period was like the crazy period,
the makeup period,
right? the whole fireworks and makeup. Chicago. People are like, I think we got the fucking shitty 80s.
Are they still
Chicago.
putting music out?
I think there's one last guy who's still holding the band together. He's like a trumpet guy or like some. All the lead singers are gone. They're all retired and stuff or quit. But
and I mean, I don't know. Like the performing thing too. Like I grant them permission to do it, even though I think at some point they need to either put a disclaimer or hang it up. Like that. I think you shared that video of Frankie Valli just.
Oh God!
No,
he doesn't. No, Frankie Valli sounds great because
it's lip synced.
Yes, they just play the.
But he looked at. He was just like, that's the look he had. He just
he's not even listening.
I mean, to say he's not trying probably isn't accurate. He's like 90, so he's trying. He's putting a lot of effort in.
Yeah.
But no, that part about the performance, but also again, I don't know, man. Like, I think I'm just.
Well, and I saw one the other day of Michael McDonald, the Doobie Brothers, and he's always been a really good live singer, but and it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, wait, Okay, because it's all people were all sharing it from the same show. Was he like drunk or was he just having a bad night? I don't know.
And that thing with David Lee Roth playing is just so bad. Like the David Lee Roth one was so bad. He was playing Ice Cream Man. It's like again, but again, I think that's an us problem. Like if David Lee Roth says I'm going to tour, it's up to us whether we want to go. And
right.
Know what? Look, I contend that you know what you're going to get from a 70-year-old performer.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's on you.
Older.
Yeah, but I mean that's what I'm saying is like if you want to pay money to go see a 70-year-old performer, then expect what you're going to get. Like or know what you're going to know what to expect. I don't blame them because hey, if they enjoy doing it and they're making money at it, go nuts. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I mean, so like I'm always fascinated by this though because like I've thought about this before, but I never like really put it together. Like Metallica, if they went from Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All,
and stopped at the Black Album.
Yeah, and if they just released the Black Album,
right,
and then nothing else.
Okay, but this is the thing. So as fans, we want them to stop at greatness, right? But okay, so athletes, do we want athletes to quit at their prime? Of course, we want them to be Bo Jackson, so they're legends forever.
Yeah,
never got bad. Never had to mail it in, right? But that's unfair to Bo Jackson to say, no, you like this game and you want to keep playing. You shouldn't play. That's a bad example because he ended because of injury. But like,
the
guys
is,
who wane in the end of their career, like
I thought about this exact analogy, and that one doesn't work because you just the teams will not. You can't choose to be like an athlete that stays in the game forever. It determines...
Well, not forever, but I mean beyond your greatness.
Okay.
Well beyond your greatness. So like you take a great player and then you see the tail end of his career and he's playing for the fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers again and whatever. And like they do it. Like people who are beyond their fucking prime. And I mean, just hang it. Just hang it up.
Well, unless you're going to do something cool like Griffey Sr. and Griffey Jr. like playing on the same team,
or even Phillip Rivers coming back off the street. But like no, that analogy isn't the same because you're right. Like sports are still a meritocracy. Like they're not going to do a charity quarterback run.
Right.
But guys do hang on longer than we as fans want them to because we want them to be great and then be done. We do not want to see the great people decline.
Well, and then you have like we said, like the Beatles and Zeppelin and even you could throw in the Police because the Police did the same exact thing. They stopped in 1983 and Sting went solo and everyone was like, hey, wait, can we keep releasing albums? No. But then you have bands that made like the greatest comeback of all time, Aerosmith, right? Everyone wrote off Aerosmith in the early 80s and then they're like, well, hey, it was a good run. They had a good run in the 70s. And then they fucking came back with, what was it, like Permanent Vacation and Get a Grip and Pump? Like, greatest comeback in rock. I mean,
I agree.
It is the greatest rock comeback ever, right?
So good.
Yeah. So it can be done. It can be done. And I do agree with you. Like, listen, if you're a true artist, you have to.
You're right. We can't ask them to just stop when we're satisfied.
Yeah. So I did see this. So it's one last thing here. I did see that they had the Song of the Summer, which, by the way, it's like breaking records for one of the biggest hits of all time. I don't know if you know the song, the Ella Langley "Choosing Texas." So anyway, it's this country song.
I don't think I've ever heard this. Okay.
It's this chick. It's a country singer, right?
Okay.
And it's not bad. I'm sure you've heard it. If you hear it, like if I play it for you, you'd be like, okay, all right.
Okay.
So, but because it's playing everywhere, right? But
I'm sure. Yeah.
I listened to it and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Mm-hmm. It's like a decent country song, but it's like, that's the number one song for like, I don't know, like 20 weeks. Like,
well, right. But remember what happened with music now. Like Despacito or whatever was the biggest song of all time. And before that, it was fucking Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
So like we cannot correlate popularity with greatness. We never could.
Well,
but at least those two lines sort of ran together a little bit for a while.
You can always like hear like a pop song and go like, okay, it might not be my style, but I get it, right? Like you'll hear like a Bruno Mars song, you're like, that's fucking catchy as hell, right? Like you can get it. But like, this is funny. So for the first time in its 68-year history, 68 years, the top 5 songs on the Billboard were all country songs. And I was like, that is pretty impressive, but it's also very telling about the music industry right now, right? That's who's buying music.
So a couple things. I'm still confused about what the Billboard even tracks anymore. How do they track?
They have all their algorithms with the,
I guess the digital services, because
it's everything. It's streaming, and
are people buying music anymore, or are they just it's how many streams on a paid service, or like how do you track?
Yeah, I don't know.
So anyway, there's that. But also, country has become rock, like
pretty
rock.
Much.
So basically, we had like actual country, right?
Yeah.
Like aside from there are a million genres, but like for let's say popular sort of music in this country, it was country music, rock music, rap music, and pop.
Yeah.
Like those are the 4 categories. Now, tell me what rock music sounds like. If there is rock music.
I mean, it's homogenized. It's the same, like it's overproduced. Fucking. I had this conversation the other day with Ethan and Eric. They were talking about how, like Eric goes, yeah, the same sound from like 2000 or 2000.
Oh, that's the argument that music stopped in the year 2000.
It's so crazy. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like it's that same overly polished, like rock to me, rock especially should not be this over polished.
No,
like
it should
sound.
be guitars. And okay, so where I'm
be
going with that is now what does country sound like? It has guitars and a little bit of grit. And it's a merging of like, I guarantee I haven't heard that song, or I don't know which song you're talking about, but I guarantee that is closer to Taylor Swift pop than it is to Chris Stapleton country rock. I think we're down to 2 now. I think country and rock have merged, and rap is still rap.
It's still a little bit more country than Taylor Swift's latest stuff, but yeah.
Okay, but I mean, I think it's that rock went away. Really, that's what I'm saying. I guess is rock went away. So we're down to 3. We're down to country, which sort of has a couple angles. Guitar
and also
country
it's always
and
it's
country.
like a lot of those. Remember when so like Morgan Wallen like released like an album like last year, and like the top, I don't know, 10 songs were like 5 of them were the Billboard charts are weird. Like you said, like how did they even come up with this shit anymore? So like number 1 is Ella Langley. Number 2 is Morgan Wallen. Number 3 is Taylor Swift. It's all the same. Like, and then number 4, Ella Langley and Morgan Wallen. And then you have Stella Lefty at number 5. So that was the top 5. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to say.
I've heard of Taylor Swift and Morgan Wallen, but I can't name you one song by Morgan Wallen. No idea.
Oh, I couldn't either. But we're not country guys. Yeah. People are like, what the fuck? You don't even know that song by Morgan Wallen?
I think the weird thing is like we're living through the process of instruments not being their own thing. The computer is the instrument now, from vocals to even AI to music production, and I think that's why it's all homogenized now. Is it's becoming this, and eventually it'll get more diverse again. People will do some random weird shit with,
or is it country is maybe the last of that style that is actually
I think it is. It is.
Instruments.
That's what I'm saying. It's rock.
Yeah.
Like you said, rock has to be kind of unpolished and whatever. I think country is the last spot where people can just grab an actual guitar and play a song and sing with their voice and be like, it's the last spot for guitar music or drum music or whatever.
Yeah.
Because everything else has become an algorithm. Like they know what gets you to tap your feet, and it's all electronic instruments.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Lee, I think you've said it all. You've said it all, buddy.
That's
is there anything
shame.
else?
I don't know.
Is there anything else that that we didn't talk about that it was on your mind that you would like to bring up or anything like that?
I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to football season because the Mariners suck.
Yeah. So we're going to have to do what we're going to do, Lee, is I have some ideas about some videos that I want to make that I want to have you partake in. I think I might postpone the Seattle one or when the weather gets shittier in Seattle, because that makes more sense to me. That makes more sense. You don't want sunny videos about grunge, right?
That's true.
So I might postpone that one, but I have another idea for another video. I'll explain that at another time, but we'll see you in a couple weeks. It should be fun.
Yeah, man. It's cool.
All right. For Lee Olson, I'm Josh, and as always, thank you for being a friend.